do the other thing. There's update tags. Add number 8. Nope, 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 nope. Nope. Update. Update, please, before you ping. I know I got a new chat message. It worked. Yes. Okay. Good morning. Today, the 3 colors are black, green, and orange, as decided. Orange cat, brownish black cat, and green chair. The trifecta. Besides my husband, but well, they're more like a quiz, by the way. Sorry. We slept in this morning. Weren't feeling too good. Let's see here. So today's square is block checks, number 14, which we will, after we are done with the border, I'm going to need block number 13 from over here. That's what I meant to grab before we started. I've been cleaning my desk this morning too. Hello, mother. Good morning. I loves you. Good morning. Hey, look, you can see my office. Looking for row 2, and it's gonna be block 13, which is the second to the last one here. And I gotta throw them all back on. Okay, Mom. Hey, Mom. Attaching things back to my block thing. Looks good. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, my office, yes. Looks pretty good until you see this thing. Don't worry, it's across the whole top too. But here's the thing you didn't see. Like, wow. I got all these blocks. I'm so excited. Then here's a section, but they're all labeled, all organized and labeled. And then there's this one. This one, we haven't done the blocks yet for block number 25 and block 30, but that's all that's left of this row. And then this one will be done. But we're doing them in random order, so that's why there's so many sections. Because then my ADHD is satisfied in the fact of not doing things in order, but in order. And then we did this. This still needs 3 squares, I think. 2 or 3 squares. So, St. Jude. There's that one. There's this. A few of the squares look a little wonk wonk, but they'll all come together. All hap. But this is trying all different stitches. I don't know if you want to borrow the deck of many stitches after I finish St. Jude this year. You can, if you would like, because this is the cute little squares that we're doing. Okay, and I gotta put that one back on here before I forget. So I just need 13. I don't need this one. I don't need number 37. We're not on that one. I feel like my mom disappeared now. But I know they're at an appointment for my grandpapa. So my grandpa. Okay, so this square is going to get attached to this square when we're done today. The colors that were chosen today are these three colors between the wheel and then us editing what the wheel chose. But Corey decided that from work decided that green to represent my chair. Awesome green stuff. Let's let the Shanty Power Hour begin. Yes. Oddly enough, Corey, my chat for YouTube doesn't show up here, but my mom is watching on YouTube today. Power Hour begin. So we've got the green chair. We got Anna, which is oddly enough sleeping right down there. And Corey says hi, Shandy's mom, which you'll see mom in the lovely chat thing over here on the side. Well, this side. I think it's on this side for you guys. This side for me. And then orange for the orange cat. Yeah, for some odd reason, my chat stuff on my stream elements when I connected them all does not connect my YouTube on there for some silly reason that is unknown. I'm so sorry, YouTube people. Sorry. So we've got our colors. I'm just pulling out some of it. This just equals essentially 2 rotations of all 3 colors. Yes. I have YouTube open to avoid ads. Is YouTube not doing ads during my streams? Allegedly. And the ads are only supposed to do it at the beginning and then at 1 hour. For Twitch, even though I thought I set it up that way originally, at least not I've seen. Okay. It might only do it on the VODs for the YouTube. Because then they can, do whatever they want to do, right? Okay. Corey, what color am I starting with? YouTube has a bigger delay, though. That is interesting to know. That's weird and interesting to know. Clingy orange cat. Clingy orange cat to start. Got it. Clingy orange cat is a cast on of 17. Or a chain of 17. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. By the way, there is also a chance that when we start finishing stuff, the 5th through the 15th of May, we might get to see me beta test something. Cat goes to chair, then other cat joins. This square will tell the story. Okay. Sounds good. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so the 4th one from the end of the chain, and we're doing double crochets into the next 3 of the chain. Chain 2, skip 2 on the bottom of the chain, and then we are double crocheting. I'm using US terms, people. I'm not using euro, because euro would be triple crochet, I think is what it's called. Chain 2, skip 2 at the bottom, oop, double crochet into the next 4 to the end, because that should put you at the end for this square, allegedly. Remember, we're doing this. I'm doing this the first time with you. The only one that I really didn't do the first time with you was probably yesterday's corner to corner. In the sense that I know how to do corner to corner, to be fair, which I blatantly told you. Okay, orange cat goes to the chair. So we go green. Granted, this now looks like a Halloween pumpkin patch. Chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. Turn. Oh, and chain 2 more. 1, 2. Because that's going to be the little loop over the top of these 4. And then we're doing 3 double crochets into that gap from the previous row where the chain 2 was. 1, 2. Oh man, we might actually spin the wheel today and do an extra square from the end. 1, 2, chain 2 for the over the top of this here. 3 double crochets in that gap. Chain 2 again, and then 1 double crochet into the top of the chain at the end that started that row. And look at that, we are to the black cat. This is definitely a fast row. There's not much to it. There's not very many stitches. 1, 2, 3. This one's just a chain 3 to go into the 3rd row. We're going to turn it around, and then we're going to do 3 double crochets right into that gap right at the end here. 1, 2, and 3. Look at that. Chain 2 for the over the top of that gap. Now another double crochet. Ah, I dropped the stitch. So well. 1, 2, and 3. As you can see, my breakfast. I drank the coffee first. 1, 2. I'm gonna have to get up and make more coffee. I need my 2nd cup. Or it's gonna be a long day at work. I didn't drink any coffee yesterday, and I have a migraine today. It is starting, but I also didn't. I failed at drinking enough water yesterday compared to my other days. 3, and this one's getting 3 in that gap, and then you're going 1, 2, 3, 3rd one from the bottom of your chain where you connected it to orange. So you have your 1, 2, and this is the top of the chain. So you have your gap there. And 1 double crochet. Space your stuff out so it looks a little nice and nice. And then we're gonna play tie and trim here. Tie and trim. If you hear random weird breathing, I'm sorry, it's because Cora is literally right above the microphone sleeping in the window right now. I think I've already told the story. I've had this pair of scissors. It has a piece from when I was an undergrad on it of chenille that I hand dyed on it from one of the things that I made for a fundraiser and stuff. So I took a few little strands of the extra chenille and tied it on there. It was a lot longer of a string on there. Kitty, yes, it's sad and it's true. He is a ASMR. This has a piece from my master's program. So this is from my bachelor's. This is from my master's program. But this pair of scissors was given to me by my teacher in my bachelor's program. I had 2 pairs of these because I lost this one originally. And so I purchased another one from my teacher back in my bachelor's. But then I ended up losing that pair of scissors officially. And this pair of scissors reappeared. I think there was a scissor fight, and how dare you replace me, and that one went away. So at least that's how I think about it. Legendary scissors. Yes, they are legendary scissors that I need to probably get sharpened at some point or another because they're starting to finally get dull. Because if I think about it, unfortunately, um, I went into my bachelor's program back in 2011 is when I started at that school. 2012 is when I took the class and got the pair of scissors. So I've had this pair of scissors since 2012. 2012. Scissors can last you if you use the scissors for the right things. Scissors can last you for years. Now, if you're using your fabric scissors to cut paper, you're going to dull them out faster. I have no doubt that a few people walked into my studio and started using my scissors for cutting things other than fiber or fabric. Because this is supposed to be a fiber scissors, not a paper scissors. So, stuff happens. And when you don't supervise people with your stuff, that happens too. Okay, we're on to the last rotation of. Okay, so this is gonna be a. Where's the repeat? Repeat is row 2 and 3 is what the repeat is. And we're gonna end on a. Doesn't say we have to end on that, but you know what? Since it says we're doing. Well, it cut boxes. I wouldn't suggest cutting boxes with it because yes, it's a fiber, but it's a hard fiber and it's considered boxes are considered under paper, so I wouldn't suggest it. I will also state that the very tip of these, I think, were a little no, they're rounded. I thought they were pointed. Maybe my other ones have had pointed. Okay, so we're gonna repeat through here. So we got a chain 3. I can cinch this down a little bit. 1, 2, 3, and 2, 1, 2. Turn. Have you sharpened it? No, I have not sharpened it yet. So I think that's pretty good considering I haven't sharpened them yet. They still cut. I just need to get a scissor sharpener eventually. Okay. 1, 2, and 3 into the gap. And we've got our little loop here above this, the black triple crochet. I mean, not triple crochet, double crochet of 3 double crochets. Words. Blech. Okay. Chain 2, 1, 2. And we're doing 3 more right into that gap. 1, 2, and 3. Chain 2, and then on the very end one, we're going to find the top part of this chain. That's where we're going to put that double crochet at the end of that row. We're going to come over here. We're going to tie the black and the green. Story is coming alive. She looks like a kitty. There is a cat stitch. There is literally, somebody came up with a way to make it look like cats. I haven't figured that one out yet. I'll try to keep my desk clean so slightly. Okay. And then we're going to attach not my hair, apparently. My hair would like to be part of this, but I would like it not to be. I've been fairly good about pulling my hair out of this stuff when I shed this time around. A lot of other projects, I just keep going and then I notice afterwards and I go, no. Okay, so this one's going to get chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. And I'm going to tie this right now while we're on this side and trim orange so it's out of the way. We have it cleaned up as we go because we all know the cleaning up part afterwards is not my favorite thing. So therefore, Shanny gets easily distracted and doesn't really want to clean up her mess. And that's why it took us so long to do the St. Jude part. That's the real reason right there. That's the real reason. We know. Okay, so there's that. On to the next one. Turn. So we are coming back across and 3 double crochets into that top gap here, right there. Need more green, just a little bit more to get through the 2 chain over that gap. 1, 2, and yeah. That's why it's important to not have the strings attached. Silly Shanny. 1, 2, and last little, not cluster, but little group of 3 double crochets, and then we're putting that one last double crochet into the top of the chain of 3 right up here, and that's the end of that row. But we're going to go back here, we're going to tie the orange and the black, right? Tie those kitty tails like that one. Throw away the garbage so we don't have to clean up the mess later. I need this one. It's just there. And then bring it over here for the last row, which is going to be, cinch it down a little bit here so the loop's not so big. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're doing 5 because it's that loop over the top because you have this group right here of 3. So anytime you have the group of 3, you have a chain over top of it of 2 is what the patterns pretty much show. There's that. Clean that up. Get the green out of here. Clean this up. Move it off to the side. Okay, let's get this last row done. So we did the chain, right? And then we're gonna double crochet our little group of 3 here into the gap. I don't know why I wound that up because that was silly of me. Very silly of me. Chain 2 for over top of that last cluster here. Well, not cluster, but group. You can't call it a cluster because they have a term for those once they have a cluster. It's not a cluster. Okay. Chain 2, and then just doing 1 single double crochet into the top of that chain on the end, and that is the end. That is it. Black is getting put away off to the side. I'm pulling that string through, making sure all of our little ends are trimmed off there. Grab our little tag, make sure everybody's getting marked. making sure we're marking the front of it. So when Shani is about to do the border in less than 2 minutes, were you 3D printing a finger thing for the thread? Do you use it? No, no, I don't, because I have no idea where I put it. It is somewhere. I haven't found it. I've gone through all of the boxes from when we moved everything out of my office, and I've moved all the stuff back in, and somehow it is non-existent, which means a cat probably got a hold of it, and it is hidden somewhere. I'm looking at a main culprit that probably is the one that stole it and hid it somewhere. Anna, Anna, I know you hear me because your tail is twitching, but you keep doing what you're doing. Anna, what are you doing? I know you hear me, Miss Fang. Oh, why would a cat use it? Because she doesn't apparently have enough toys everywhere. She has stolen all of my hair scrunchies. The funny thing is, even though she has she'll have a bunch of hair scrunchies all around her. The one that is coming out of my hair is apparently hers at all times. Anyway, if I would have known I just needed a box and a hair scrunchie to occupy the cat's happiness, I would have done so. I still have to figure out where the rest of my hooks are because this is the. I printed this the other day. This is a bottom for like a bag. It's already got the holes in it. It's the bottom of a bag, which is kind of cool. I printed 2 of those to try those out, and then I can't figure out what I did with all my hooks. So almost border time. We gotta stitch these ends in real quick. Stitching the ends in. Yeah. People sometimes use it as like for scrap yarn, but what we call scrap yarn is like yarn that I can't make a full project out of, but it's still a decent amount of yarn. So like me doing the scrap blanket, except for I apparently don't have enough scrap yarn to consider it a whole blanket. So, but I don't really want it hanging out anymore. So I think I'm gonna start turning some of this stuff into bags. Oh, fun scrap bags. Someday I'll just open up a little shop and all of the stuff will just be in the little shop. I don't know why I'm putting that there because I gotta stitch it. Come back out. Come back here. Go. Okay, so there's that. Now it's border time. Now it's border time, Corey. There's that. Time for the border. 1, 2. I need more string because that wasn't enough. I don't know why I just tried to double crochet that. That was silly. That's the problem. After I get done doing double crochets, all of a sudden all I want to do is double crochets. 1 and turn. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's why the wave ones are hard for me, like doing the wave patterns, which I find really cool when people have the cool wave, like, different blankets and stuff, because of the fact that my muscle memory does not want to switch between stitches. I want to keep doing the same stitch. Repetition. That's my problem. My muscle memory wants me to keep repeating. That's one of the reasons I have to have lists, because I won't remember, because it's just my memory is getting bad. But now reminding myself to document stuff, that's a new challenge. Okay, there's the end of that row. Let's flip this little tail over. Chain 2, back in. Next round. Because all of them are getting the double border. More coffee equal more focus. Maybe. My goal is to have 2 cups of coffee and drink through 2 of these of water before I go into work, because I know I stink at drinking water at work. So try to load up before I go in. Seems like a smart idea, you know. Okay, there we go. Working our way around here. Also, for the record, my watch was at 406 steps before I started crocheting this morning. Yes, there's many Zen bottles around the house, mostly empty. And I also used it as a refill bottle to fill the coffee maker for a while, just to grab water from the sink instead of the filter water, which is what I should have been using, because I wasn't feeling good for a little bit. But there's so much chlorine in our water, our tap water, that I think it just makes me feel sick. If I needed to drink pool water, I'll drink tap water. Isn't that how that goes? Okay, slip stitch, because we're back at the beginning. There's that. What kind of coffee? Oh, what kind of coffee do I have? I have Keurig coffee. Give me a second. I should probably just make my next one. These are called Happy Belly. Well, the brand is Happy Belly, and it's the French vanilla. French vanilla. My big piece. My last bit of creamer. I gotta get more creamer. Best flavor, yeah. Well, French vanilla, yeah, vanilla. I gotta get more French vanilla creamer too. But I only do 8 ounces because I put so much ice in it and so much creamer in it. It takes care of the other 2 ounces, so it's like 20 ounces of coffee every day. He's the fastest little ice maker. Love it. Love it. But earlier I was talking about from the 5th, I think, until the 15th, Coral Islands is doing a beta test. So I'll be doing that possibly as well. Oh, I didn't have that much creamer left. That's sad. Bye, creamer. There's like a shot of creamer. Oops. A little rough on this one. More ice and more ice. The thing is, this ice cube maker doesn't stay cold enough that the ice stays solid, but it's over top of the bottom, the water reservoir. So when it melts, it just goes right back into the reservoir and just keeps making more ice, which is nice. And now we have coffee. It's not too bad. That was actually just the right amount of creamer to take that bitterness away. Okay, let's tie this and then we stitch. And we're at 34. I'm trying to decide if we have enough time to do another square. It depends on what the last square in the pack is. Remember, we don't do the next square. We do the one at the end. So we're bringing the end more in, which means that would get done soon. So even though I have a rough date of when I would be doing a row, who knows? Sometimes it gets completely bumped up. Okay, so there's our square for the day, right? And then this one's got to get connected to this one this way. That was the tricky part. Left to right, right to left. It'll be fine. Don't worry. There's that stitch. Time for it to feel connected. So I decided to look through the squares the other day and write out like all the different colors that each of them have in the pattern thing, and I was like, man, they have too many colors. You know, there's having a color palette, and then there's having every color of your random scraps. And yeah, we have a lot of colors. We do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 colors, but it had like 17 different colors instead of, just repeating colors. They just, oh, these colors are nice to each other. I'll do a variant of all these purples or all of these greens or something. And it's like, Okay, so this little group is, whoops, that wasn't right. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Alright. I pulled too soon. There are colors we are using much more than others. Yes. But well, I was looking at it and they don't, between the 11 squares, I mean not 11, sorry, 50-ish squares, right? They don't there are some colors they don't repeat at all. But it's like there are colors that we're probably using more than others, but we've done a really good job of, because the most that we use on one square was 7. There's literally only one square out of all of them that uses 7 colors. So, but we're using those colors like everywhere. There's like one square that only has one color that we use. But most of the squares use about 3 colors, 2 to 3 colors. There's a few that use 4, but it's just weird that they change colors so often. And they use like 5 different color blues in the whole thing, because they use all the way from light turquoise to dark turquoise, a gray blue. And I'm like, did you make the 7 color square? I think we did already. We did. I'm pretty sure we did the 7 color square already. Because I went through all the colors, I mean, all the blocks that we've already done. Because if I was going to mix it up on accident, I didn't want to mix up the ones that we already did. I mean, we hadn't done yet. Okay, so that's 14. 14 is now connected. Yay! It's all good to go. Let's mark it off on our map. Map. Nope. It has a buddy system now. So as soon as we do block number 15, it'll be two left on that row. Or 11 or 12. Okay, so how much time we got? We got 20 minutes. So what would be the last one in the blocks land? That would be block number 36, which is 3 colors, by the way. Go to the back. Oop, too far to the back. Too far to the back. That's, oh, I don't know if we have enough time for this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a 3 color mini check. We might be able to do this one in 20 minutes, or we could go a little bit longer and it'd be fun. So do we want to do a new block, or do we want to call it for the day? That is the choice. 36, which we would be going a little bit longer for the day, or we end stream early today. Oh, you're stuck in traffic. I don't work till 2. And I'm stuck in traffic every day, Corey. Doesn't matter. I go through 3 schools to get to work. It's a lot of traffic. I literally have to leave almost 30 to 40 minutes early to work. Let's do another square. Okay, we'll do another square. So 3 colors. 3 colors, Corey, for block number 36. You better start deciding while I'm getting this little piece, because we don't have. Is that the row I need? 36 is row 5. I grabbed the right. Let's do another square. Yeah, it is a lot of traffic getting to work every day. It doesn't matter. It's just because I'm in this section of the city. is really what it is. It's because I have three schools. I got one school right on the outside of my neighborhood, and then it's just two schools either direction. I don't know all the colors to choose from. Colors to choose from: brown, yellow, light green, dark green, multi black, orange, straight up black. I'm sorry, not multi green, but multi black. Did I say multi black? Navy blue. So your choice is straight up black, green, orange. So those are the colors from today, right? You've got your multicolor today. It looks like the multicolor would start with pink, or where's the other one? Or it can start with black and go into blue. By the way, there's an option there. But this one, I wouldn't do the multi because of the fact that it changes colors after each row. Is my suggestion when it comes to the multis. And I need to be able to do, I think, 6 rows of the colors. So we've got this, and where's the yellow? I would say your choices are between these right here. I wasn't going to choose multi. Okay. Oh, look, a spam risk is calling me. Let's do back for them. 3. You gotta pick 3. Navy blue, yellow. That's 2. Light blue and yellow. Pick one more. Orange. And we're starting with, I'm guessing, navy blue. They're all gonna get an even. Let's call this sunset over ocean. Okay. Well, it switches colors pretty often. I don't know if this helps. Nope. This one's done in pastels, so it doesn't exactly help to see it at all. Um, okay. Shimmering sunset in the water. That's about it. I'm doing this part is my challenge. What are you doing, Anna? Okay, so this is number 36 in the deck of many stitches. This says chain 18. This one is going to get attached, it looks like, on both sides. So I'm going to have to grab 37 out of there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. This one, these are all half double crochets. I think that's what the chart is saying. 2 squares, 1 episode. It's Christmas. We picked Christmas twice. Double checking. Half double crochet. Okay. So we go up to a half double crochet is like you're doing a double crochet, but instead of doing 2 loop, there's literally a way for him to go this way and down, but he has decided that he's going to flop for you. Cora, you're ridiculous. Just so you know, we know you're ridiculous. Okay, so the half double crochet is, so you have the 3 loops on the hook, like you're going to do a double crochet, but you're just going to go up through all 3 instead of. She just literally kicked the block, the tag, the pattern thing off the desk. That's what that was. That was that look. I had to retrieve it. Okay, so we did 1 half double crochet, chain 2. This seems familiar. Demonized. Gonna be demonized. Okay, so then we skip 2. 1, 2. Do another half double crochet. Half double crochet, chain 2, skip 2, half double crochet. Wow, this seems like we're doing the same thing we did, except for this one is into, this is, we're just doing 2 half double crochets. Chain 2, 1, 2. That's weird how that worked out. 1 and 2. Chain 2 and 1 half double crochet at the end, and then we change color. There we go. There we go. I'm just gonna trim this here, only because we're changing color so often. I'm not gonna. Okay, so orange or yellow next? You decide. Orange, yellow, orange, orange. Got it. That was fast enough. Okay. Chain 1. There's that. And then turn, and we're doing a single crochet back into that top one. That doesn't mess me up at all when that happens. Okay. So we're doing double. No, this is just a trip. This is just the half double crochet, but we're doing it into the chain at the bottom. We're doing it into the bottom chain. That's the weird part. Okay. And 3. 3. Oh no, my lab versus phone. Because that's a delay when I want my laptop versus phone. Ah, okay. Chain 2. Then we're going back into this one. I feel like I should be doing double crochets, but I guess this is why it's more compact. 1, 2. Working into the bottom chain still. This feels like it's not really row 2, but I guess. 1, 2. No wonder there's like so many rows we have to do. 1, 2. Is this a chain 2 or is this a single crochet? That's the question now. Nope, this is a single crochet into the top of that first one. Nothing into the chain. The chain is just the in between. This looks difficult. It does feel difficult. But remember, this is how it is. There we go. Okay. So that's the end of that row. Now we're on to yellow. Already on to yellow. Oop, there we go. Yellow. Chain 2 for this row. Turn. And this is getting a half double crochet right into that single crochet, and we're almost done with the setup rows. 1, 2, chain 2, and then this one is going down into the first row. First row, chain 2, down into the first row. So we're just kind of working the row before. Interesting how this one works. Chain 2, working the row before, if I can find it. There we go. Oh, nope, that's not the row before. That was the gap. 1 and 2, chain 2, and then into the single crochet, I think. Yep, single crochet at the start. Is that a single crochet? No, that's a half double. Okay. There we go. Feels difficult. I'll just keep going. So now, so that row that we just did is technically the repeat of the pattern. In this row we're about to do, these 2 rows are what we are going to be repeating, allegedly. So this one gets single crochet, sorry, 1 chain, then you single crochet back into the top of the first one, and then this one we're going down to this orange row and half double crocheting, chain 2, half double crochet, half double crochet, chain 2. Oh, I think I did that to the wrong one before, but oh well, we'll figure it out later. And then this gets what? A single crochet into the top of that half. Well, that. Okay. And now we're repeating, so this one gets orange, and orange gets chain 2. 1, 2, turn. 1, 2. I need more orange. Orange. There we go. Chain 1, 2. Ah. 1, 2. Chain 2. This is this one, so this one gets what? Okay, half double right into the top one. Okay. There we go. That's the end of that. Trim to the next one. It's actually not that hard. It's just remembering which row you're on, I think, is the most difficult part of it, honestly. Turn. Oops. Tried. I went ahead of myself there. Single. And then it gets the single crochet. There we go. And down into that. 1, 2. Ooh, I didn't loop correctly. There we go. Loop. There we go. 1, 2. But that doesn't go that one. It goes in this one. There we go. 1, 2. Chain 2. 1 and 2. Chain 2. And then this gets a single crochet at the top. There we go. And there. That is how today's is going. So that is 2 repeats, right? And how many are we looking at? 1. We got 4 more to go. 4 more repeats to go. Why is my phone piping? I heard it. Oh, it is my phone. I already read that one. Okay. Okay. On to the next one. Okay, let's tie up these ends real quick here since we've done 2 repeats. We'll do 2 repeats, tie in ends. 2 repeats, tie in ends. So what we might do today is maybe we'll mark it. I'll do the border tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see where we're at time-wise because I do have to eventually get ready for work. Yeah, the latest I can go is in 15 minutes. Maybe. I don't know. I might be able to push it a little further. I unfortunately slept in today, so partially my own fault. This goes to this one. It looks so clustered on the side. Okay. Ah. And on a cliffhanger, where we just have to do the border. You can always do the border tomorrow and then attach it tomorrow. Because this one is going to connect on 2 sides. Yeah, this one's connecting on 2 sides. Because this one's going to connect a group of 2 and then a single one together. Okay. There. All cleaned up. That looks a little less shabby. If I could figure out how much I need on it, that'd be good. Hold on. Give me a second. Honestly, if there's extra, I'm not going to care too much. I have so much of these 3 colors, it's kind of ridiculous now. So I wonder if that would be enough. Hold on. Looks like that. Okay, so if I do this much, this would probably be enough, but we'll find out in a hot second. Okay, what color am I on? I did yellow, so we're on blue again. Let's see what I'm planning here in a second. Or plotting. Plotting. Okay, so this ended on a single crochet at the top, so therefore we are back to 1, 2, turn, chain 2, 1, 2, oop, what's that? Let's try that again. I missed the hook spot. There we go. 1, 2, this one uses up the most. So this is how we're gonna tell whether or not we it's gonna be enough yarn. 1, 2, and then get that in there. This is where it would cut. So out there. We'll see what I'm doing here in a second. This is still leaving a long enough tail, right? But this, I'm gonna try it with this last one, and if that works for both rows, we're just gonna pre-cut all of our rows, and then we're just gonna keep going and going. And I don't have to worry about untangling. Turn. That's a single crochet into the top, and now Shani has this pattern memorized. Random thing stuck in my head. 1, 2. Oh, that's not the hook I wanted. Not the spot I wanted. This is 1, 2, 2. 1, 2. And we go into this one. 1 and 2. And this gets a single crochet into the top. I don't think I did that into the right spot. Did, but I didn't. That's weird. Anyway, it works for both, and there's still enough string. So that is that, and I need one more, please. Okay, pro tips. Yep, pro tips right here. That's if you're not minding the extra little extras there. Okay, so I need this row. So there's 6 rows total of each color. So 1, 2, right? 6 or 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 rows of each. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I think you'll see how fast I go through these rows now that I'm not trying to figure out how much I need. Orange, we need just 5 more rows. So 1, wait, I miscounted that. I just need 3 more, right? 1, 2, and 3. And 3 more of these. 1, 2, and 3. 3. There's that. So this is all we need to finish this. So we need yellow. Scissors do not need to be right in front of me, so I put myself there. Okay, so this is chain 2. So 1, 2, turn back into that top one. So chain 2. There's that. 1, 2, chain 2. Sometimes when you have stuff measured out and it's using the right amounts of things, it makes things so much easier and quicker. 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. And this just gets that into the top. There we go. Now on to blue. Blue. This gets a single crochet, turn, single crochet into the top, down there, half double, 1, 2, half double, half double, chain 2, half double, half double, chain 2, and half double, and half double. And a single crochet into the top here. On to orange. See, pro tip, way faster. This is a chain 2, turn, half double into the top here, chain 2. Now we go down to that bottom row. I know, I'm cruising now. All I had to do was measure out the string. So one of the weird, uh, really confused my teachers when I was going through my undergrad is when I plan things or to get ready for a project, um, it takes me a while. And I will sit there and I will prep for a project. And then all of a sudden, I go to do a project and they're like, I turn around and you were done. What the heck? You've been working on this for hours and hours and hours. And then all of a sudden, or I'll take a month to die up all of my projects and prep all of my projects. And then all of a sudden, it takes me a week to do all of them. That's what I did. My teacher felt really bad. She's like, you've done nothing for the semester at midterms one year. And I said, but I prepped all of my projects. She's like, what? I'm like, I prepped all 6 of my projects that I showed you that I was going to do this semester. I've dyed them all. They are all dried. They are all ready to be hooked up to the loom and ready to go. Took me half a semester, but I got them done. And there goes the square again. So she couldn't give me a full grade. She gave me like a C or a D at midterms. She felt really bad about it because I, to be fair, I had nothing done technically or finished. But then a week and a half later, all of a sudden I had 6 projects kicked out. She's like, what the heck? And I go, I am a machine. You have to set up the machine first. Set the machine up and then go. Sometimes the prep work takes longer than the actual work. Chain 2, turn. Needed coffee. Needed coffee, needed to prep. 1, 2. Can't get it to go through the 2 that I wanted to. There we go. Oh, that's not the 2 I wanted it to either. That is. One, 2, over. 2, over. Hi, Anna. Are you back again? Did you go eat some food? Yeah. Do I ever feel like a runway to the cats? Yes. Yes, I do. Okay, so that's the end of that row. Orange. Cool. Anna, move. One and down to the bottom. Chain 2. 1. Yeah. 2. Where is it? There it is. Chain 2. 1, 2, 2. 1, 2, and ooh, I was a little loose on these stitches. Chain 1. Yeah, gotta be careful. It's a little bit. I left. I need yellow, not orange. Come on. I really like this color coming. Not trying to suggest. I'll try not to suggest it every time. Oh man, right? Two, turn. 1, 2, 1, 2. Last rose. Turn. Oops. All right. Chain 2. 2. And orange. Grab that. 1, 2. Turn. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. And last one. Last row. I gotta tie in all the ends. Single crochet into the top. There we go. And back across. That way. 1, 2. The easiest one to do is the first one on the turnaround, and then it's just it feels like the stitches are just the previous row stitches are in the way, but that's because you're working the row not before, but the one before that. Not the last row, but the one before that. Chain 2. 1, 2. And single crochet into the top, and end. That's it. That's the square. Seems a little tall. I had this strange feeling I'm not using the right size yarn for these squares. I feel like they're using these tiny sometimes. Da, da, da. Working my way down the side of all the ends. Oh, it wasn't that tight. There we go. We're to the end one on that side. So there's that side. Ta-da! On to the other side real quick. Okay. Let's clean this mess up here. There's that. 36. One. This goes this way. This ended this way. This is the front. There we go. Ta-da. And we will put the border on it tomorrow. It is afternoon. That means that I need a little bit of decompressed time before I am pretty much ready for work here. I'm going to eat my breakfast here before I go in, and so I don't go in a hangry person. So we will attach that to that block that I just threw it on top of, oddly enough. This gets to go to the back. We get to partially mark it off the calendar, which means row 5 will probably finish earlier because that was for the 19th of May was that block, by the way. You've got a great team today, including Abby on the floor. I saw. I was so excited. And I've got, I believe, Lex in the kitchen leading that dream team in there. So it should be good. Should be pretty golden tonight. Got Abby and a Tay. So fun stuff. So tomorrow, we'll do 3 colors tomorrow. You're going to make a huge... I am hoping I'm hoping they got through a decent amount of the truck, because I know it was a big truck yesterday. But I need to get through my order list today for sure, so I can get stuff in tomorrow. I just haven't had time. Not when I was going to use the time right before D left yesterday, but then the power went out, and I was like, and now we're going through the checklist, and we forgot soups. I keep forgetting that soups aren't on the same line, and you have to reset the soup box when the power goes out. It's just the power doesn't go out that often. Granted, we had to go out twice last year within like 2 months, but I just forget about it. So what we did today was going to end row 5 technically on the 19th. So if I'm looking at this right, we would end up ending row 5 on the 16th instead. So everything's just getting bumped up like a week. It looks like possibly. Well, row 6 is going to end on the 17th instead of the 20th because we did that one already. So everything's just shifting over slightly. So tomorrow, if we get through another 2 tomorrow, if we did, because that would be number 3. So that's up on row 1. Row 1 would be moving to the 14th. So everything's moving up essentially a week for getting these rows done. But the more we get done, the more likeliness I'm going to, for the border, right? And then, honestly, the more we get done, like before the 5th, that means that during a play live, we actually might play live. So I got to double check and see if I'm allowed to play the beta on stream, because that's open to everybody on Steam. So we might end up playing some Coral Islands beta testing on stream. Yes, despite my big plans for moving up within the company I am in and loving, because they take care of their employees, I do enjoy doing beta testing still. 30-second dance party has been requested.
30-second dance party.
Anyway, so have a wonderful day. We did an hour and a half. Yes, that is the first big win that I printed. I was so excited. That took 15 hours to print because of all the color changes. Since it had to change colors, like 3 colors in one row for some of it. Some of it was 4 colors. But yeah. Anyway, see you next time. Have a wonderful day. Thank you, Mom, for joining me on YouTube. And Corey, thank you for watching both. You crazy, crazy man. Have a wonderful day. Enjoy your vacation, Corey, and or staycation, however you're going about it. We'll see you tomorrow. We'll see what we do. But we'll get that border put on there. Hi, Anna. What are you doing, Anna? Anna, what are you doing? Anna, 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 Anna. What are you doing? Turd. Anyway, take care. We'll see you tomorrow for day 29. We're cruising right along. Yes. Take care. Till next time. Till tomorrow.